Do you ever truly calculate the price of your comfort? It's not just the things you miss. It's the slow, insidious erosion of your potential, your dreams, and the remarkable person you were always meant to become. It costs you the spontaneous adventures you'll never embark on, the wild, unpredictable moments that reshape your perspective and weave vibrant threads into the tapestry of your life. It costs you the quiet whisper of regret, a tiny seed planted deep in your mind, reminding you of paths not taken, chances overlooked, and the courage you withheld. It costs you the thrilling momentum of personal growth, that exhilarating feeling of pushing boundaries and learning new things. Instead, you settle into a dull, predictable sameness. It costs you the vibrant spectrum of your own untapped potential, those hidden talents and passions that yearn to surface, but remain buried beneath layers of familiar routine. It costs you your most cherished dreams, slowly, silently, fading away like old photographs. They lose their color, their urgency, eventually becoming just faint memories of what could have been. It costs you a growing seed of self-doubt. You question your capabilities, your strength, your worth, because you haven't given yourself the chance to prove what you can truly do. It costs you meaningful connections with incredible people, those who could challenge and inspire you, but who exist just beyond the safe, narrow confines of your chosen world. It costs you your physical vitality. The body yearns for movement, for new sensations, for challenges that keep it strong and resilient. But comfort often breeds stagnation. It costs you mental agility and sharpness. Without new problems to solve, new ideas to explore, your mind can become less curious, less engaged, losing its vibrant edge. It costs you pure, unadulterated joy, the kind that only comes from overcoming a challenge, from stepping into the unknown, from truly experiencing life's raw, unfiltered beauty. It costs you financial freedom and growth. The comfort zone often keeps you in a familiar job, preventing you from pursuing better opportunities, higher earning potential, or entrepreneurial ventures. It costs you genuine confidence. Not bravado, but the quiet certainty that comes from knowing you faced fears, navigated uncertainties, and emerged stronger on the other side. It costs you emotional resilience. Without practice adapting to change and discomfort, your ability to bounce back from setbacks diminishes, leaving you more fragile, more easily broken. It costs you a profound sense of purpose. When you don't explore, you might never discover the unique contribution only you can make, leaving a deep void in your soul. It costs you the thrill of your own story, forcing you instead to live vicariously through others' adventures, watching their lives unfold from a safe, unwritten distance. It costs you countless, if only, moments. Those painful thoughts that haunt you in quiet hours, imagining alternate realities where you dared to reach for more, to become more. It costs you your authentic self. The real you, the one unafraid to express unique thoughts, wear unconventional styles, or pursue unconventional passions, remains forever hidden away. It costs you your creative spirit, dulling the spark that longs to innovate, to build, to express itself in new and meaningful ways, leaving you feeling utterly uninspired. It costs you the chance at truly profound love or friendship. Real connection often requires vulnerability, stepping out of your comfort to truly see and be deeply seen. It costs you time, the most finite and precious resource. Every day spent static is a day you can never reclaim, a day where potential lay dormant, forever lost. It costs you the very energy required for change. The longer you stay, the heavier the inertia becomes, making the eventual leap feel even more daunting and utterly impossible. It costs you a broadened perspective, the ability to see the world through different eyes. Staying put narrows your view, reinforcing existing biases and limiting true understanding. It costs you the exhilarating thrill of pure discovery, the unexpected insights that only come from exploring uncharted territory, both externally and deep within yourself. It costs you the deep satisfaction of genuine accomplishment, the pride that swells when you've pushed past perceived limits and achieved something truly challenging and meaningful. It costs you true inner peace, that gnawing feeling of more or what if never truly leaves you, preventing the calm contentment that comes from living fully and authentically. It costs you your voice, the unique perspective and ideas you could share with the world, leaving important conversations unsaid, unheard, and forever unexpressed. It costs you a subtle resentment towards those who too take risks. You might admire them, but a part of you silently envies their courage, their freedom, their lives. It costs you opportunities to make a real impact. Your unique skills and insights could solve problems, help others, or innovate, but they remain locked away, unused. It costs you the burden of unmet expectations, both your own and sometimes those of others who saw your potential. But now, silently witness your slow, painful stagnation. It costs you your physical health, as the stress of unfulfilled potential can manifest as fatigue, anxiety, and even chronic ailments, silently eroding your well-being day by day. It costs you emotional depth. To protect yourself from discomfort, you might inadvertently numb yourself to both pain and joy, living in a muted, hollow emotional state. It costs you the vivid fire of your passions. What once burned brightly now flickers weakly, barely illuminating the path you once dreamed of walking, almost gone. It costs you the development of a powerful habit, inaction. Each choice to stay reinforces the pattern, making it progressively harder to break free from its suffocating grip. It costs you a profound sense of self-respect. Knowing deep down you're not living up to your own potential can slowly chip away at how you view yourself, your worth. It costs you deep, soul-nourishing relationships. True intimacy thrives on shared vulnerabilities and growth, which are often avoided when you constantly choose the path of safety. It costs you intellectual vibrancy. Without new challenges, your mind doesn't stretch and adapt, slowly losing its capacity for critical thought and innovative solutions, becoming dull. It costs you an escalating fear of trying. The longer you avoid discomfort, the more terrifying the prospect of failure or rejection becomes, paralyzing you further into inaction. It costs you the crushing feeling of being perpetually stuck, a heavy weight that settles in your chest, convinced that escape is impossible, that this is just your lot in life. It costs you the unique contributions you were destined to make. The world loses out on your specific talents, your distinct perspective, your invaluable impact, forever unshared. It costs you profound spiritual growth. Real transformation often happens outside the known, when faced with challenges that force introspection and a deeper connection to your true self. It costs you a future where regret is not an occasional visitor, but a constant, unwelcome companion, whispering insidious what-ifs into your waking hours, day after day. It costs you a clear sense of identity. You become defined by what you too superligent do, rather than who you superligent do, blurring the lines of your true, unique self. It costs you the chance to inspire others. Your journey, your courage, your breakthroughs could have lit a path for someone else, but that guiding light remains unlit. It costs you the quiet, painful death of your most vibrant passions, watching them wither away due to neglect, replaced by a dull apathy and weary resignation. It costs you the slow, agonizing erosion of hope, that vital belief in a better future, in your own capacity for change, replaced by cynicism and quiet despair. It costs you the role of protagonist in your own life. You become a passive spectator, watching others live full, vibrant lives, while yours remains unwritten, untold. It costs you the crushing burden of unfulfilled potential, a silent weight on your shoulders, a constant reminder of the greatness you chose not to pursue, haunting your days. It costs you countless moments of genuine triumph, the exhilaration of celebrating victories earned through struggle, forging an unbreakable inner strength, a resilience you now lack. It costs you a deep-seated shame, a silent, knowing that you are capable of more, but chose the path of least resistance, leading to a profound inner conflict and self-reproach. It costs you physical pain, as the unexpressed emotions, the trapped potential, can manifest as chronic tension, headaches, or unexplained ailments, a body mirroring the soul's distress. It costs you the precious gift of curiosity. The desire to question, to explore, to understand, slowly diminishes, leaving you in a stagnant pool of familiarity, devoid of wonder. It costs you a future, riddled with the haunting question, what if I had just tried? A persistent echo of missed opportunities and lost possibilities that never truly fades away. It costs you a feeling of invisibility. When you don't step out and share your gifts, you become just another face in the crowd, your unique light dimmed, unnoticed, unappreciated. It costs you the shrinking of your entire world. Your horizons narrow, your experiences become repetitive, and the vibrant tapestry of life becomes a monotonous, uninspired pattern. It costs you the chance to leave a meaningful legacy. What mark will you leave if you never truly lived, never truly pushed, never truly dared to create something lasting? It costs you crippling anxiety about the future, because deep down, you know the path you're on isn't sustainable, isn't fulfilling, isn't you, and fear what's next. It costs you your youthful optimism, slowly turning you cynical and jaded, believing that change is impossible, that dreams are for others, not for you, never for you. It costs you the slow, agonizing death of simple joy, replacing it with a weary resignation, a quiet acceptance of a life less lived, less vibrant, utterly uninspired. It costs you the capacity for deeper love, both for others and for yourself. Vulnerability, essential for love, is often sacrificed at the altar of comfort and self-protection. It costs you the ultimate betrayal, betraying the person you know you could be, the person you promised yourself you'd become, settling for so much less than your true potential. It costs you true self-actualization, the profound experience of becoming fully yourself, aligned with your deepest values and living your highest truth, a path unexplored. It costs you the heavy weight of unspoken stories, adventures never lived, wisdom never gained, a library of experiences that will remain forever unwritten, untold. It costs you the chilling silence of an unlived life, a deep emptiness, where vibrant experiences and bold actions should have been, leaving only echoes of what could have been. It costs you the quiet dread of facing your own solitude, realizing you built walls of comfort so high, no one truly knows the person behind them. It costs you the slow, agonizing recognition that your biggest fears weren't the risks themselves, but the agonizing, what if, of never having dared to try. It costs you the fading light of your unique inner glow. Each passing day spent in stagnation dims that brilliance, making you blend into the mundane, unnoticed. It costs you the missed opportunity to heal old wounds. Growth outside comfort often forces confrontation with past pain, leading to profound, liberating emotional release. It costs you the crushing weight of knowing you allowed fear to dictate your entire trajectory, preventing the grand adventures and deep transformations you truly yearned for. It costs you the capacity to truly surprise yourself, to discover depths of strength and resilience you never imagined, becoming a stranger to your own boundless potential. And it costs you the genuine respect of those whose opinions you truly value, as they silently watch your retreat from a life that could have been extraordinary, truly. It costs you the quiet desperation of a life unfulfilled, a constant, low-level hum of yearning that never quite goes away, forever seeking something more, just out of reach. It costs you the ability to trust your own instincts. Over-reliance on comfort erodes that inner compass, leaving you adrift and uncertain in crucial moments of choice. It costs you the future stories you would tell, the wisdom you would impart, the vivid memories you would create, leaving a silent, empty space where they truly belong. It costs you the courage to stand up for what you believe in, because the comfort of silence and inaction becomes too overwhelming to challenge, too hard to break free. It costs you the profound satisfaction of knowing you truly Siddhokas lived, every fiber of your being engaged, every challenge met, every experience embraced, fully and utterly. It costs you the understanding that failure isn't the opposite of success, but an essential part of it. Without trying, you guarantee the ultimate failure, inaction. It costs you the vibrant energy of youth, slowly draining away into a passive existence, leaving you with a sense of aging faster than your years dictate, weary and old. It costs you the ability to feel truly alive, the exhilarating pulse of existence that comes from stepping into your power. Instead, you merely exist, nothing more, ever. It costs you your own voice, the one that whispers your truth, your desires, your fears, becoming muted and unheard, even to yourself, in the overwhelming quiet. It costs you the beautiful, messy, transformative journey of becoming. You remain an unfinished sketch, never fully realizing the masterpiece you were truly meant to be. It costs you the ultimate freedom, the freedom to choose your own destiny, untethered by fear, unburdened by past comfort, soaring towards your true north, limitless. It costs you the irreversible turning point, the moment where the path back to potential fades, leaving only the well-worn, regret-laden road of what could have been, forever. It costs you the person you could have loved, deeply and truly, if only you had dared to open your heart, to be vulnerable, to step beyond your own fears and defenses. It costs you the memory of the future you once envisioned, a vivid, glowing vision that slowly dissipates into a hazy, indistinct shadow, forever out of reach, lost. It costs you your life, not in sudden cessation, but in the slow, agonizing drip of unlived moments, unexpressed potential, and a future forever haunted by the shadow of who you could have become.